Everybody, welcome back. It's the Northernlion doesn't lose on quarantine saga. What the? This is the creepiest start we've ever had. 88YN CZ6F. I'm excited. I see Ma the Void. I see Butterbean, which might be Butterbean. It might be wait what. A lot of people think I hate Butterbean. They would be right. However, let me tell you, sincerely, I do not, well, we should not have done that. We should have teleported out with the Fool, I think, but it was worth a check, maybe. I do not hate Wait What. I just think Wait What is kind of overrated. I think when people argue in favor of Wait What, they do so in a way that I would consider a little intellectually dishonest. They'll say something like, I don't know about that. I do know about this. I think that's a reroll. That's hot enough to take. There's no doubt about that. They'll say something like, what, you don't like unlimited bombs? But it's not really like the same as unlimited bombs. You know how I know that? Would you rather have Wait What or Pyro? Surely Wait What, right? It's unlimited bombs instead of a measly 99 of them. Infinity is more than 99. Now, it's not totally fair because Pyro is a passive and Wait What is an active, so passives are always going to have an advantage over there because they don't take up a limited resource space. However, it's really like you do get unlimited bombs for utility purposes. However, you don't get unlimited bombs for combat, and that's really what you want. For utility purposes, how many bombs do you need on an average run? Like less than 25. Anyway, I'm belaboring the point here. The only thing I would like to say is this is a good start so far. I'm gonna get a little spiced up here, okay? I was hoping there was a donation machine. With no donation machine, we're kind of stuck. The only thing I would say is maybe we take a bomb, try to find a secret room, didn't work. That's a relatively low-risk option there. I was thinking, you know, if we can get an arcade on the next floor, we can start to really get the zip-zam-boom going. I will not take Mom's baggie of pills. It insults me. It mocks me from the shadows. It says, take me. Take me. And I say, no. Demon, get back. It never went that far. Okay. Ma the Void, you're crushing it. You're doing a great job. I've never been happier to see you. We do not care, sadly, about Hagalas. You know why we don't care about Hagalas? Because we got Wait What, brother. Which we really should be using more often, I suppose. Because our damage and, you know, everything else about this run to be a... Come on. To be 100% straight up with you, because everything else related to this run is so good, we should probably, not worry too much about interstitial stuff and just focus on doing as much damage as possible, but you already knew that. You don't need me to tell you that. In fact, if anything, I feel a little bit weird acting as if this run is really in any form of danger whatsoever. I mean, I probably shouldn't be taking the pills regardless. You know, they just... I know, here's the thing. Sometimes people praise me too much. You're not gonna hear too many content creators say that, but I honestly think it's the honest to goodness truth. You're telling me that's not a secret room. I don't buy it. I think I wasn't close enough. Look at that. That's confidence and conviction. And a complete waste of an item, but still. Oh, dude, I would love to get that. I would love to get a lot of stuff in here. Maybe Wait What just can't find a secret room? But sometimes people go, you know, NL, I like the way you play Isaac. There's other content creators that play Isaac that maybe, you know, have more consistent results, or, you know, they know a little bit more about the back-end knowledge of the game, but I like the way you play it. I do appreciate that, and I do think I play the game differently than... differently than a lot of people, for sure. I'm gonna tell you, real talk, I don't think we want a theme. We already have Ma the Void. We got 2 Guppy items. We'll take Guppy's head over Wait What. We'll take this as well, and I think we're just out. Unfortunately, I would love to get blank card or even Steam sale, but whatever. So let me finish my train of thought here. Stop interrupting me, me. Remember Mimi from the Drew Carey show? Whatever happened to her? She hasn't done anything since. She was like maybe the biggest celebrity on planet Earth when I was in 5th grade. That's probably not true. I mean, it wasn't called the Mimi show. Anyway, people go, NL, wow, you're so good. You're so entertaining when you play Isaac. How do you do it? Nobody else can get to those standards. And I say, thank you. It's a lifetime of watching sitcoms to, you know, archive jokes that I can later steal for myself and pretend are original. But really, you should not praise me for taking pills in the game. Pills are not, like, they don't carry any weight as far as entertainment goes. Haha, you took a pill and your vision's funny. The reason I take pills is just because I have no impulse control when it comes to them. We could still be just as entertaining if I just looked at a pill and said, no, you've insulted me too many times in the past. If anything, it's a, you know, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, won't get fooled again sort of situation. I should stop taking them. That's the one part, and I don't say this derisively, I don't say this to be rude, but it's the one part I agree with the Isaac tryhards. When they're like, I never take pills, I'm like, you're onto something. That's a good idea. Have we been saved by pills? Oh, yes. What has happened more, though? Being saved by them or being screwed by them? Definitely being screwed by them. That much is 1,000% guaranteed. Honestly, I'm gonna be real with you. I wouldn't mind taking potato peeler either. Now you're gonna laugh at this. You know what my sticking point is? You know what my sore spot is on this run right now? No bombs. I think there's an argument to be had over what's better, Guppy's head or wait what? I'll go with Guppy's head because I love a. It's like One Step from Eden, which if you're not watching, go watch it. It's a great, you know, I get that it's hard. You know, you're used to watching The Big Bang Theory on NBC, and they're like, you know, hey, if you're watching The Big Bang Theory, you might also like Two Broke Girls. And you're like, I doubt it. We'll take this temporarily. And I do mean temporarily. It's hard to get that friction in there. You know, there's that friction that's like, I don't want to start something new. I already have something I like. Well, I would not tell you to stop watching Isaac. What I would tell you is to find a 25th hour in the day so you can also watch One Step from Eden. I forgot what I was using the metaphor for, but that's okay. How are things going? You know how it is. It's day 4,000 of quarantine. This is just normal life now. And I'm used to it. There's pluses and minuses, don't get me wrong. I do miss the outside world slightly, and I hope that we'll get back to it. But if we gotta sack town a whole summer in order to, you know, do what has to be done for this situation, I understand. It is what it is. But very, very little going on occupationally, domestically, scientifically, illogically, physically, 'cause at times, you know, it's Supertramp, sweetheart. Look it up. So the anecdote machine, it's hard to generate. It really is. Because basically, I leave the house probably 2 times a week. I know you're only supposed to leave the house once a week, but I feel like when you've got a pregnant person in your immediate family, and this might be self-serving, I'll admit, but I feel like if you have a pregnant person in your immediate family, you kind of get a +1 on that one. I know that's not how the virus thinks. I'm just saying, like, for me, I'm like, you know, I think I should get a once-a-week grocery trip pass and a once-a-week pharmacy pass. Because this week, I had to go to the pharmacy. Had to pick up some stuff. And I had a tweet that went viral, you know? Relatively viral, at least by my standards. I was in line for the pharmacy, because that's how we do it now. Please. Just a couple of demon hearts. So I was in line, I don't know, I was like 6 or 7 people back in the line. And We're all standing 2 meters away. We're standing outside of the pharmacy on X's that have been taped onto the ground so that we can, you know, maintain social distancing and also some semblance of order. And we're all standing there. And then this lady just walks up. And she walks right up to the security guard, who is making sure not too many of us go in to buy medicine at any one given time. And she goes, "Excuse me, I just need to get into the pharmacy." I just... That part of the story is 100% true. I just cannot fathom the situation where you see what is clearly a lineup. And I don't know, I guess you're just shooting your shot, right? You're like, maybe this is a lineup for something different. Even though there's nothing else around here. And you just sort of go for it, I guess. Okay, this is interesting stuff here. Just work with me for a minute, because we got potential amazing plays here. We shouldn't have taken all the spirit hearts yet. I think I'm willing to do... Oh, well, we're gone. I guess all I can really think about conceptually is that this is a person who was like, hey, it doesn't cost anything to ask, or alternatively, and this is the more troubling thing, she thought that she only needed to be in the pharmacy for a minute, so her needs superseded our needs, because everybody else was like, I don't know, I just felt like going to the pharmacy today and walking around for an hour, or something like that. Suffice it to say, the security guard very politely told her there's a line, and then everybody in the line looked at her with a little sidelong glance as she walked by. We really don't have any other avenue for HP, huh? So I think it's a little spiced, but just work with me on this. We might as well use it once. We got tears and speed, which I think is amazing. We no longer need to do anything else in there, I think. I'm pretty okay with just going to the shop and hopefully buying a bunch of spirit hearts here. But yeah, so that's the most exciting, like, out of the pocket thing that happened to me all week. So that should give you some idea of where I stand right now. I'm not really leading the most exciting life, but that's the way, like, it should be right now, I think. Full stop. I mean, that's it. It's just that, and you want me to repeat the story about how every time I go to the grocery store, they still ask me if I need bags, even though we're not even allowed to use our bags from home anymore. I mean, we played that one out, right? That's like a greatest hit. How many times can we use that exact same bit over and over? All right, fine. I was at the grocery store. No, we're not gonna do that. All right, that was a terrible whiff on my part. I'll tell you, this is my first run of the day. Is my first video of the day. I feel like we're making some rookie plays in Isaac when it comes to the strategy side. Dodging, shooting, that stuff's all baked into the cerebellum. You know, it doesn't need any permission from the higher order cognitive functions. In order to do anything, it doesn't need to pass it up the chain. But the stuff that's like, how can I maximize, you know, my value by using, you know, the spacebar items and cards and trinkets and etceteras that I have available right now, that part of the system is not online yet. The IT guy, he's on call. He makes his own hours, and the time is not right yet. He usually comes in around noon. He says, "We got any problems?" He works until 8 or 9, but honestly, I think he picked those hours for himself because most people here, you know, they're out around like 5 or maybe 6 p.m. So for the rest of the time, he can just kind of like watch this nerd's Twitch stream, twitch.tv/Northernlion. He's always talking about like meaningless minutia when people have real world problems. He's like, I think supersize is like too big for French fries. There should be a size between large and supersize. I mean, I want more fries than you're giving me, but I don't want that many. Come on. You shouldn't be surprised that I can do a great impression of myself. I grew up with myself. I live with myself to this day. It comes very naturally to me. Yeah, I was thinking, how fun would it be if we took an item that killed us instantly? Just kidding. Unless... Still want to be... I love Isaac. I would just love to be a fly on the wall for some of these conversations. What if we made an item that killed both you and the boss instantly, but it killed you faster than the boss kill animation is in 9 out of 10 cases that you would actually use it? So Invicta and I, we've talked about it before, but he's like, man, I don't know what I'm going to do, like, when the DLC comes out, or when the expansion comes out, because, like, I have this 700 win streak. I don't know, maybe like 800 by now. And I want to try out new items, but at the same time, can you imagine if you just, like, picked up an item, pressed the spacebar on it, and it was like, ha ha ha, you're dead? Now, I know, because this is the internet, people are going to be like, it's simple. Just don't care that much about his streak, you know? And then, yeah, but, like, you would care too. I would care too. I care about this one is at 52. He's like 16 times higher for every win that I have. He has 16. You would care about that as well. That's for 2 years. He's had this streak for a longer period of time than the existing composition of the U.S. Senate has sat. That's crazy. I work on a smaller time scale than that. But I can empathize. Anyway. The run's going very, very well. Obviously. Extremely low chance of an unbelievable yeeting. I mean, we got everything going for us. Maybe you could convince me to complain a little bit about our damage, but that's about it. We're very, very likely as well to pick up a guppy item. We got a lot of great stuff going for us. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not picking up Rosary. Right now it is 1 Spirit Heart, because we were already almost full. And, it's just not worth it. I mean, it's that simple. It's just not worth it. High Priestess. I'll take there's options, but really, this only gives us a benefit one time. And that's on the, Womb 1. So, I mean, really the only reason I took it is because following this, there's only, I mean, there's no opportunity to use our money for the most part, so who even cares? You didn't need me to say that. You know what's happening in Isaac. Help. Okay, take that. No reason to come in here unless there is an incredible item. I mean, there's some items that are credible. I don't really I hate the English language. Credible. To be trusted. Incredible. So amazing as to be beyond words. It does, like, are those words even related? Credible and incredible? They kind of, like, they have a slight overlap. Like, if something is incredible, it's hard to believe, I suppose. But it's like, the words just, there's an infinite combination of letters. There's not infinite, but functionally, you know, we're talking about trillions of combinations of letters in the English language. Even once you apply all of the BS rules that make no sense, like I before E except after C, like, who designed that? That was like me writing documentation for the first, database I ever wrote. It was like, you gotta put in the last name before the first name or the whole thing will explode. Also, never move any of these files. Regardless. Why do we have to use so many words for the same thing? Like, you know, credible, trusted, incredible, amazing, flammable, can be set on fire, inflammable, can be set on fire? What's happening here? Who designed this? Okay, use your noggin on this one. It's very slightly touchy. Right now, I'll tell you straight up, the answer to this question is we take nothing. But, whatever you may or may not give me could change that. That is probably not going to. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, we had car batteries, so we got to use it twice. Yeah, I mean, I just think that's kind of trash. Give me the HP, and we'll see if there's a second secret room close. Should be. There's not. All right, we will leave then. Goodbye. That was a real bummer. Though, I mean, those are two pretty good items. I mean, how many times do we make it down to the womb 1 with 0 familiars? That's a rarity for sure. And then Dark Prince's Crown is just kind of like, you know. I mean, if you can make it work, it's a good rate of fire up, but we couldn't make it work, so it's not a good rate of fire up. Now, again, I have a chip on my shoulder, and I gotta be honest, I have a controversial opinion on this that a lot of people don't like. And that's not insincere. By which I mean the opposite of sincere, not that it can be set on sincerity. See, that was a callback to the lexicographical joke about the... Okay, you get it. You get it. You got it. If you don't get it, just do what everybody does when you don't get a joke. But some people are pretending to get the joke. You just go, yeah, I got it. And then if someone goes, can you explain it to me? You go, nah, you'd enjoy it more if you figured it out for yourself. It's the perfect cover. Anyway, my controversial opinion. Yes, I really feel like both shame, spite, and revenge are very powerful motivators. I don't think they are as pure of a motivation as doing something because you want to do it. Like, take it from somebody that went from, you know, a little schlubby to, like, slightly more dad bod-esque, at least, over the course of the past, like, year and a half. The motivation that's like, you know, some kid called me chubby, so I'm gonna get yoked. You know, if it works for you, it works for you. But it's not gonna hold a candle long term. To like, I'm gonna do this because I wanna take care of myself and also like live a better life and live longer. That's gonna get you more mileage. But for a short-term boost of very powerful motivation, spite can do it for you. I saw one comment in a sea of otherwise positive comments. I did the YouTuber thing, picked out the comment that isn't even negative, just a little bit snarky, and went, that's my guy. Target acquired. Every time NL gets the left hand, I stop watching, because I already know he's not going to drop it for the chest. Yeah? Well, we dropped it for the chest last time. We're going to drop it for the chest this time. Then we're going to go to Idaho. Then we're going to go to Minnesota. Then we're going to go to Wisconsin. And whoa! Anybody get that? That's a Howard Dean reference. Yes, it's a Howard Dean reference. Why is a Canadian making a reference to the third place Democratic finisher in the 2004 primaries prior to the election? Because I was an avid viewer of The Daily Show. Does that answer your question, sweetheart? Plus, that's like that's the ultimate Jeopardy question. Speaking, oh, let's go. Where are you at? Where are you at now, dude? He stopped watching. All right, now we can actually drop this though. Did you guys see on Jeopardy? It was the college Jeopardy last night, and the #1 most fun Jeopardy category for somebody who's reasonably good at trivia but usually not quite at Jeopardy levels is like when there's a sports category. The question was, this baseball player famously broke the color barrier in 1948. I gotta be honest, I don't know what year it was, so the joke's on me here. Young lady from University of Southern California buzzed in. Babe Ruth. Wrong. Very, very wrong. Hilarious, but incorrect. Anyway. And again, don't think this is dunking on the Jeopardy contestants. It's just that it's nice to know that even a trivia god can bleed, right? Like, whenever I look at the Jeopardy players, the contestants, like, they are gods, to be honest with you. Especially when the question is about, like, painting or, like, European kings. You know, I got no knowledge whatsoever in those two categories. So when they're like, oh, that's Matisse. I'm like, wow, how'd you know that? That's crazy. But then when they ask questions about popular media, like movies or, you know, music or sports, that's where I get a little bit of my revenge. Now, I will say, painting and European rulers comes up 10 times more frequently than, like, you know, rappers from the mid-2000s. But I always remember, on one episode of Jeopardy last year, they put a picture of Uncle Kracker on the screen and said, like, this American rapper said, "Give me the Beat Boys and free my soul." And nice young lady buzzed in and went, "Who is Kid Cudi?" And I laughed and I laughed and I laughed. And then she answered like 25 questions in a row that I didn't know. But I didn't tweet about that. I just tweeted, "Yo, this lady thought this was Kid Cudi. Are you insane? That's Uncle Kracker." She doesn't know. She lacks critical information. Yo, this is... I made a cartographical mistake here. That's good stuff. Alright. You know what? Just chaos him. That is a beautiful run. A beautiful run that has now been complete. And that takes us up to 53 for now. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. See ya!